We're back for the next installment of the Twin Cities Thanksgiving tip-off from the shiny new Galvin Court in White Bear Lake. A pair of 4A programs, Eastview and Eastridge. Eastview and Apple Valley, Eastridge and Woodbury. Two south suburban schools making the trip up north. Eastridge, no stranger to this area. This is their first time in the new facility. Eastridge in the suburban east, so they'll be back here later in the year. And Eastview in the south suburban, where the Lakeville schools reside, and Rosemount. Those will be the big assignments in the conference. Eastview 1-2 picked up their first win of the year, knocking off Anoka. And Eastridge, starting their season yesterday, came up just a little bit short against St. Michael Abbeville, hoping to change that today. We don't have stats from that game, so not a whole lot I can tell you about players to watch based on that metric. But I can tell you for Eastridge, Vienna Murray is going to be the top player among returners this year. Taylor Clower, another one to keep an eye on. Eastridge, of course, if you're an NSPN subscriber, probably familiar with them. Eastview, also one of the partner schools, so two teams you probably have seen just on a different broadcast channel for today. Eastview, not all of their numbers are complete. It can be a little tricky during Thanksgiving weekend, but in the early part of the season, Maull and Clara Goodman have emerged as contenders. Eastview had a rough go against Wayzata, laid an egg in terms of their shooting percentage. Held their own with Providence Academy, beat Anoka. Maybe not by as much as they hoped for, but they'll take the win. And now they will continue their trek against a team that I wouldn't say curse, but it might feel that way if you're an Eastridge fan. They have reached the section final in 4A for several years under several coaches, and they have yet to break through. We'll see if they can do that this year. Of course, Stillwater in their section as well. And for Eastview, Rosemount figures to be the biggest challenge. Here are the starters for Eastview: Bracia Torrey, Lexi Matthews, Clara Goodman, Myah Maull, and Annika Schaefer. Eastridge will start: Taylor Clower, Jada Otu, Lanny Holmes, Vienna Murray, and Amelia Ecker. Next week, Eastview will host Hopkins, part of an annual series with those two. They'll also play Matamidi on the road later in the season. Eastridge. Other non-conference games of note include Rosemount in December, and they will host both Wayzata and Hopkins in January. So the Raptors will get a couple of tough tests there. They will also play Fargo Davies in the Community Clash. And they will also taking the holidays off, so that is a glimpse of their schedule. Eastview made the section final a year ago. Eastridge made the section final as well. Eastview with the stronger history, having two state titles in their trophy case, 2014 and 2018. One with Melissa Giebert as head coach, one with Molly Casper as head coach, who's still the head coach for Eastview, and we're going to do this again. And for Eastridge, Ashley Ellis-Milan, fifth year now. Hard to believe. I remember when she was a rising talent at St. Paul Central and then the U of M. But she's been the head coach now for a long time. Murray times the pass and takes off running. Vienna came over from Tartan a couple years ago and is one of the top players to watch in her class. The 2026 group hasn't made any college announcements yet. Eastview with the rock. Braziatori dumps it behind to Annika Schaefer. Eastview, some recent talents include Savannah Gardner. She's playing at St. Thomas, and you know about that is a turnover. I thought it was going to be a kick. Didn't go off the foot, but Eastview unable to cash in. But they will have a chance to cash in at the free throw line. Myah Maull with the O board and the foul. Myah averaging 14.7 in the early part of the season. The ultimate team player and energy giver. Maull holds the school record for most free throws in a game, specifically most free throw makes. Braziatori set several school records last year. We'll talk a little more about that as we make our way through. Eastridge looking to go down court. Ecker had a couple of chances, but the ball was knocked away. Lexi Matthews making the play. Braziatori had her pocket picked. Eastridge already going to their bench. Cutting across was Brielle Gray. She comes up empty. Left wing three. Clanks off the back iron. Rebound. Runner. Nothing there for Clara Goodman. And Eastview running into some shooting issues early on. Eastridge going fast break. Taylor Clower to Brielle Gray. And Eastridge with an early 4-3 lead. Traveling call on Eastview. White Bear Lake, the new site of the Twin Cities tip-off. First year in the North Campus. We'll have Hopkins and Bedell St. Margaret's to close the Twin Cities Thanksgiving tip-off coverage for today. We'll also have Rosemount and Maple Grove over at Hamlin. 10 to shoot for Eastridge. Jada Otu recovers. Gotta go. And she goes down and picks up the foul after the pickup by Clara Matthews. Still early. Torrey over to Matthews. Side fade, three, comes up just a bit short. Ecker with the board. Gray again, leaks out and lays it in. Brielle Gray with a pair of buckets off the bench. The freshman making an early impression. Torrey kicks out. Maull fakes, drives to the cup. Myah Maull with her first bucket. Gray gets the handoff after a little bit of an entanglement. Maull swipes the pass away. Goes down court, gets bumped. She'll shoot two. Maull and Torrey, the history makers for Eastview. It's interesting when you think about it that Maull and Torrey have the single season school records when you consider the illustrious careers of Megan Wallstad and Maddie Giebert, both Miss Basketball winners. Maull missing the front end. Braziatori set school records for most steals and assists in a season. And we mentioned Maull, school record, most free throw makes in a game. Right now, she is split on both of her trips. We are even at 6 in the early going. Eastridge a little bit of trouble handling that fast break, that transition play, and they turned it over. Eastview swings it around. Maull moves in. Lightning strikes again. A phrase I'm sure they've heard more than once down in Apple Valley. But Maull giving the Lightning some early voltage. While I don't know what the record is for most free throw makes in a game at Eastview, Maull might be in position to set a new one. She's 3 of 5, but she keeps getting to the line. Robin, our camera op, is saying, let's hope not, because that would mean a sluggish game. Or a lengthy game. I shouldn't say sluggish. I'm sluggish, but that's already known. That's a given. 9-6, Eastview over Eastridge. All that's missing is the Wicked Witch of the West. I'll show myself out. Taylor Clower missing the 3. Raisa Torrey trying to lob it. And instead, Myah Jenkins gets caught in traffic. Eastview does hold the arrow. Vienna Murdy inbound. I remember last year we did the Eastridge St. Michael Albertville game. Vienna's first with the Raptors. Eastview collapsing on Taylor Clower and forcing her into a backcourt violation. Oh! Myah Maull nearly backpedaled into a backcourt violation herself. Got rid of it just in time. But now they're running into some trouble, trying to penetrate the inside. Eastridge with the deflection. Eastview will have 7 to shoot. Torrey to Jenkins. Maull has enough time to go in. Eastview unable to score. Eastridge gets the rebound. That's number 30, Kalia Tagasolo-Wilkes. Junior making her first appearance. Eastview also doing some player swaps. Jenkins. jump ball. It's Jason McGee, who lost his whistle, getting in his last game of the day. No, Jason's on the near side. That is not Jason who lost his whistle, but Jason had a laugh about it. Jason is working this game, and then he'll trade apparel so that he can watch his daughter play. We'll see Kendall in the nightcap. Murray stuck in the short corner. Gray. Torrey with the knock. Gray sends the pass out of play. Foul called on the Raptors. 11:31 left in the first half, and just one foul left to give on the Eastridge side. Torrey found Jenkins, but she left it short. Eastridge not looking settled, cohesive right now, bringing the ball up. And Jada Wilson will shoot a pair. Wilson hasn't scored a ton in the early part of the season. But she loves to eat pickles. Hoping to make a big impact this year. Offensive rebound, 3 is short. Dead ball rebound to the Raptors of Eastridge. No, I think we're gonna get this switched. The initial signal was Eastridge. And Jason came in and said, maybe not. Okay, he didn't phrase it like that. Being an official, he probably phrased it a little more professionally. More than I would. But that's why I'm up here. Goodman. Obi Hunt. Out to Goodman. 5 to shoot. Torrey. Backdoor sling. That was Maull, I should say, to Jenkins. That was more of a backdoor zing. Eastview able to score, and that's what counts. 12-6. O2 pulls up. Eastview cutting off the lane there. And another foul, this one on O2. And with Eastridge already exhausting their allotment of fouls. Eastview in the bonus for the final 10-16 of the half. Jada Wilson split her last time up. Hasn't scored more than 4 points in a game, but we are still in the early stages of the season. Tracks down her own miss. Eastview leaving a few points at the line. Maull out to Jenkins, corner 3 short. Last touched by the Raptors. (13-6), Eastview slowly, to put it lightly, padding their lead. 6 to shoot. Deep 3. Rattles out. Clara Goodman had the look. Taylor Clower, younger sister of Sydney, encounters a wall of white. Eastridge setting up for corner 3. Great inbound set. Vienna Murray drops the triple. Eastview looking for the answer. You bet. Lexi Matthews from Monica Schaefer. Eastview going for the steal. Taylor Clower spots an open 3. Could not convert. Obi Hunt with the rebound. Eastview hoping to regain their form of all those years ago. That was one of the missions set out by Molly Casper, who's been at the helm for a long time. Long enough that I've seen her add a few kids to her family. Taylor Clower adds 3 points to the Eastridge side. Goodman backs off, looking for her options, her routes. Matthews to Goodman for 3. Short. And a foul called on Eastview while pursuing the rebound. On the Eastridge side, no state tournament appearances. They've had some Division I athletes move through their ranks, and a couple of Division IIs as well, including Isabella Sane. You may recall Kendall Barnes finishing her high school career at Eastridge in a rather unusual set of circumstances. They've had some mid-major D1s come up over the years in Woodbury. But they have yet to achieve a section championship that gives you the pathway to the state tournament. They've come close, hoping to change that this year. Murray, travel was called. Took a split second. Now the officials are having a discussion. It's a matter of whether or not Eastview got a deflection on Murray. And traveling is the call. If there's a deflection, you can retrieve it, but if you jump up and come back down without releasing the ball, that's a travel. So an empty possession. After all that, Maull. Now another 3 for Eastview, and that bounces off the window. Maull gets the rebound. Now Torrey back to Maull. The two record holders from last year. 15-footer, rims out. Murray to Taylor Clower. Gray came in right away and has done a lot of ball handling. Tagasolo Wilkes missed. Ecker fouled. Amelia Ecker, the freshman, one of the newer faces on the Raptors. She puts Eastridge on the board. Team that's going to play a couple of late conference bowers in Wayzata and Hopkins. Eastview already played Wayzata at the Tip-Off Classic. They'll play Hopkins next week. Talking about running through the fire, Maull running through to the rim. She's got 9. Taylor Clower spots up, drains the tray. Eastridge within 1. Torrey got free for a moment, wants to get a closer look, and she'll be looking at the free throw line. Raisha Torrey, who holds single game and single season records in assists and steals. She gets on the board. Got Class 4A All-State Honorable Mention a year ago, All South Suburban Conference team. Taylor Clower streaking to the cup, and she will shoot 2. Torrey and Vienna Murray come to mind regarding players who maybe don't always get a ton of attention. Taylor Clower, involved in Eastridge's National Honor Society. Eastridge graduated 3 All-State Honorable Mentions. Only 10 get the All-State Award. So it's a pretty limited selection. The turnaround is there for Addie Dolan. 21-18. Gray. Delaney Holmes, we haven't heard much from her. Taylor Clower lobs it to Ecker, who gets the bunny to drop in. Amelia Ecker converts her first field goal. 2 sleepers, not the favorites to get out of their section potentially, but Eastridge, they've had some strong teams. Maybe not the superstars like the Lake Conference schools do. But they have enough pieces to throw a surprise or 2. Ecker unable to corral it after the deflection by Annika Schaefer got in front of that one. Torrey to Dolan. Finds Hunt. Holmes goes up for the block. And then connects with Taylor Clower. Her layup is short. And Ecker caught in a jam there. 4:40 left in the first half, 21-20. Eastridge opting to start their season a little later. Not all that uncommon in high school basketball. I remember Maranatha Christian Academy once waiting a week and a half to start their year. Taylor Clower. Sloppy inbound. Eastview snags it. And they've got a trailer. It's Jada Wilson. Her first field goal. And based on the numbers, I want to say her first field goal of the year, but we are behind a couple of games. Sonowell back out there. She throws it away. Braziatori skips it to Wilson. This time, the take is not there. .358 in the first half. Torrey out in the key. Oh, great find to Obi Hunt. Eastview just has another play or two up their proverbial sleeve. And their swarming defense results in another hiccup. Eastview starting to take command. Up by 5, looking to extend it. Going to the Wayzata game, they felt the only thing that didn't go their way was laying an egg offensively. They'll lay an egg on that possession as Maull had the ball get away from her a little bit. Providence Academy, they were able to keep that one close until the end. Again, I still think Eastview will have a little bit of work. They were tabbed as a preseason pick to win the section. Rosemount certainly could do so. Rosemount won the group last year. Entry pass snatched by Maull. No look bounce. Now the long shot doesn't go in for Wilson. Gray. Looking for help. Remember, the 5-second count applies on dribbles, so Gray had to get rid of it. A foul was drawn by Takasolo Wilkes. .222 on the clock. As we are sorting out the foul tally. Eastview picking up their 6th team foul, and now it has been corrected. Murray, couple of buckets. Now she lines up a step back three. Gray had that work out. Mishandled the rebound initially, which took away a chance at an instant putback, but got poked from behind, called for the foul, and that means bonus time. Gray had a couple of buckets off the bench early on, but not a lot of efficiency or productivity since. Hoping to change that here. And a couple of free throws can help. That makes the score 25-22. Torrey to Maull. Pass was a little offline. Maull cross court to Jenkins. The three grazes the front iron. Another deep three. Bullseye. Clara Goodman is on the board. That's her first three-pointer, her first field goal, her first points of any kind. Murray curls. Nobody there to cover her for the rebound as Eastview tried to contain the inside. Sanowo foul. And they aren't keeping track of the foul tally. But that is the second on Maull. They're not keeping track of it on the board is what I should say. Sanowo, the 6-footer, entering her senior year. Drawing and art are some of her hobbies. Also involved in the Eastridge Black Student Union. A strong rebounding presence, a scramble for the ball, and a traveling call as Eastview tried to collect it. No, the traveling call was on East Ridge. (28-23). Jenkins to Torrey, another three. Goodman can't follow up on the last triple. Tagasolo with the rebound. Puts a move on her defender, comes up short, got her own miss. Now Murray trying to utilize the screen. Torrey not caught up in it, goes for the poke. Still Eastridge ball. Torrey looking for the steal again. Behind the back pass. The three, not there. Murray tips it. Holmes tried to sling it to Tagasolo. Knocked away by the Lightning. 27.6 on the game clock. 15 on the shot clock. Slightly smaller field this year at the Twin Cities tip-off, but still a lot of usual participants. Murray on the take and the finish. She may be one of the usuals, but that doesn't make her any less special. Murray enjoys baking, traveling, and pickleball outside of basketball. No three-point play. Eastview tried to recover the rebound, and in doing so, Addie Dolan stepped out of bounds. So the Raptors could tie it if they want, but either way, they have a chance to throw down a big finish in this first half. Murray, the shell defense for Eastview, swarmed in on her like bees in a honeycomb. And a foul will send Eastview to the line. It's 1-1 for Braziatori. Who doesn't have a ton of points yet. Doesn't have a field goal. No more for her distribution and her defense, at least last year. But she knocks down both free throws. Will Eastridge get one more off? No, a traveling call. The whistle blew before the buzzer sounded. .2 seconds back on the clock, and Eastview will take this near half court if they can. I was going to say if they could get in a clean pass to someone around the arc, they'd have a good chance. Didn't work out, but they do lead 30-25 at halftime. Just having one or two more plays in their proverbial tool chest. Eastridge made a fight of it later in the first half, but Eastview, I think, with a slightly stronger defense. We'll see if it continues to aid them as we go into the second half. But for now, we'll take a break and come back with more coverage of the Twin Cities Thanksgiving tip-off at White Bear Lake. Eastview leads Eastridge 30-25.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
James, she's in trouble. Finds James, toss shot, it goes in!
And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Mike Beaton all by myself talking to myself. That's Chaos Theory. Eastridge and Eastview engaged in battle at the Twin Cities Thanksgiving tip-off here at Galvin Court, White Bear Lake. First half numbers go something like this. Eastview with a 30-25 lead. Maull with 9 points. Nobody else with more than 4 on the Eastview side. Eastridge, Vienna Murray has 7, Brielle Gray 6, Taylor Clower 7. But it took Vienna Murray a little while to get going, and it seems to be a theme whenever I've covered an Eastridge game. Murray has plenty of talent, plenty of potential, and hasn't always had the easiest time capitalizing on it. And most of you will have moved on to other games by the time we are through, by the time you have a chance to see this, but we've had a few Saturday games and the conclusion of the Thanksgiving tip-offs. Another surprise, Orono squeaked out a win over Rochester Mayo. But this is becoming less of a surprise and more of a salutation. Braziatori hooking up with Lexi Matthews, and a three-point play chance awaits the junior. Lexi Matthews. Spends her summers as a lifeguard. No four-point play. Well, Lexi Matthews has something in common with Elizabeth Gadiant, who spent her summers as a lifeguard when she wasn't playing basketball. And of course, Elizabeth now at MSU Mankato. Matthews snatches another steal for the Lightning. Pass gets away, but Clara Goodman was there to retrieve it. Goodman out to Torrey. And Brasia will get things set. Yesterday, in the case of Centennial and in some of the higher level teams, the value of the point guard reveals themselves. Torrey gets the shot off, it's short. Rebound into the hands of Ecker. Eastview got the early jump. Eastridge was able to make a fight of it. It's been close. Can they get a little more consistent? We shall see. Taylor Clower to the line after drawing the foul. In other action, Egan beats Stillwater. Chanhassen knocking off Park Center. And Roseville getting a close win over Anoka. Torrey, bounce pass. Annika Schaefer comes up empty. A three is there. Why settle for two when you can get a second chance tray? Clara Goodman with her second triple. And Eastview getting the edge, the jump once more. Amelia Ecker in the paint. Torrey goes behind. Kick out. Three. Myah Maull is long. Torrey able to retrieve it. Lobs it inside the Maull. 0-2. Rises up for the block. Still Eastview ball though. Matthews planks off the back iron. And can't hang on to it this time. We'll be moving into our feature games later this evening. Eastridge had that pass knocked away. O2. Murray, top of the key. Backs off, regathers, turn around. Could not find a space to attack and had to settle for a tough angle, a tough look. Torrey. She does some tremendous work getting her players in position. And Murray lost the handle, so a steal slips through her fingers. And you may be able to see this on the Eastridge side or the Eastview bench, although you'll see some notable names on the Eastridge side as well. Zach Vogelsberg comes to mind, a former head coach. Goodman out to Torrey. I really like her passing. Goodman's deep three won't bounce in. Loose ball. Grabbed by Matthews and Clara Goodman will shoot a couple more. Goodman, the junior, participates in the Eastview National Honor Society and likes baking. Her favorite recipes, I can't tell you those. It's interesting when people say they like baking because you can bake all kinds of recipes, from sweets to party dishes. That would be an interesting spin-off, wouldn't it? I'll have to look into that. Taylor Clower, the runner, drains it. Eastridge hanging around. They've been doing that all game. Can they find that extra gear? Breza Torrey, driving kick, draws the foul. Brielle Gray with the push. Another foul on Gray after she bumps Lexi Matthews. That's her third. And again, they're not keeping the foul tally on the board for this game, but things are getting a little dicier for Eastridge, who found themselves in the penalty early in the first half. Clara Goodman slips underneath and scoops in the layup. Murray to 0-2. High low, Ecker can't finish. Torrey from the key. Converts her first field goal. Murray's got it, but into a double. Got out of it as Goodman adjusted her position to cover her assignment. And that allowed Murray to attack the lane and pick up a foul. She'll shoot two. Vienna Murray runs a baking business. You may recall that from a year ago. And one of the many who have taken up pickleball, a sport that has taken the nation by storm, at least recreationally. There are some pickleball tournaments. Traveling call on Jada Wilson. Eastridge looking to sneak their way back in. A double team. Torrey and the lengthier Jada Wilson converging for the stop, but Eastridge will hang on to it with the side out. 12:37 on the clock in the second half. Murray to Clower. 10 to shoot. Murray again. Looking left and looking right. Eastview comes out. Torrey eventually takes the ball for herself and will take it in herself. Eastview gaining the upper hand. They lead by 10, 42-32. Murray to Gray. Draws the foul on Torrey with the slight bump. 11:57 left. Reminder, we'll have one more game in Hopkins and Benilde St. Margaret's. Hopkins took care of Iowa City West. Benilde St. Margaret's lost a close one with Dowling Catholic. A team that left quite an impression. Torrey goes around the perimeter. Tried to attack again. Ripped the ball away. Eastview unable to capitalize. Now Eastridge gets an opening. Ecker to shoot 2 after drawing the foul against Jenkins. Something of note, nobody has used a timeout yet. How will that come into play later? I don't think we'll have a repeat of the Chicago Bears situation that led to the dismissal of their head coach. I suspect teams won't keep a timeout unnecessarily. There's always something new in sports. That's what makes it fun to cover, and that also is what can make it baffling sometimes. Torrey. So Goodman, deep 3. Offline again. But Jada Wilson in the right spot at the right time. Jenkins. Can't get there. Eastview demonstrating a little more scrappiness right now. They've been winning the battle of the boards as of late. Ten to shoot. I've noticed teams are starting to use the countdown when it gets to 12 or so. And apropos, that Cleric Goodman strolls in from the wing. Torrey knocks the ball out of Otu's hands. Changing speeds was Goodman. Missed though. Second chance try is long. Tagasolo Wilkes. Got a case of tangled feet, I think. 10:22 left. And now we get our first timeout. Taken by Eastridge. I'm not surprised about that, as they look a little disorganized, a little disheveled over the last few minutes. Eastridge, how many years they've come oh so close to the section final. Since Ashley Ellis-Milan took over, they've reached the section final 3 times. In 2021, they lost in overtime. 2023, they lost to Stillwater. And earlier this year, in what was the final game at the old White Bear Lake High School before it became Mariner Middle School, they lost in a game where it just got away from them at the end. The shiny new digs. Here at White Bear Lake, and I'm guessing this is only the first of many invitationals. That will come to the Northeast metro area. Back to action after the Eastridge timeout. But Eastview in position. Scramble for the ball. Vienna Murray got back in time, but a foul was called, and Eastridge already out of fouls to give. It was a shooting foul, so Maull will get 2 free throws regardless. Maull averaging 14.7. Season high in the early part of the year, 18. And for all those years, particularly with the Gieberts, Maddie and Macy, making Wallstad part of that group as well. One of the questions was, could you get through Eastview? Because they were always a tough assignment. They made several championships, 2014, 15, and 18. Made the state tournament as recently as 2019. Maull hands it off to Myah Jenkins, who does the rest. Largest lead of the game for Eastview. Tagasolo Wilkes getting a friendly bounce on the baseline floater. And if you're Eastridge, you just need anything. Torrey stops, pops, switch. Torrey building her way up. Murray colliding with a pair of Eastview defenders. We'll resume play. Eastview continues their defensive assault, sending away number 10, Kaya Crowley on the other end. Maull can't get the bounce. But Eastview has some hidden seeds, if you will. Hidden gems was the word I was looking for. Taylor Clower flipping in the bunny. Does Eastridge have another push, have another spark? Torrey looking to flame things up for the Lightning in the closing stages. And give them back-to-back wins, but she lost it. Crowley sent away by Maull. And Myah feeling pretty pumped about that. Defensively, I think there's a lot to like about Eastview. We'll get a sense of where they stand when they take on Hopkins next week. They struggled against Wayzata, but again, just laid an egg when it came to shooting percentage. Not much you can do when the ball isn't going in. As the Lynx know all too well from Game 5 in the finals back in October. And just about anyone who is suited up on the hardwood. Eastview throws it away. O2. Off the inbound, moves in for two. Big momentum swing at hand for Eastridge as O2 completes the three-point play. Had not scored at all until that sequence. The 5'6" senior has been mostly a role player. But could she play a comeback role or at least start one? for the Raptors. Goodman, step back three, it's there. Timeout. Clara Goodman, just one tray in the first half. She has scored 11 points in this half and is playing a big part in Eastview's 10-point lead, 51-41 over Eastridge, with 6:55 left in the game. After this, we'll have Hopkins and Bedeld St. Margaret's in a more appropriate rematch. The two met last year at the Breakdown Tip-Off Classic, but Kendall McGee was still recovering from her knee injury, and Olivia Olson was recovering from a broken hand. Of course, we know what happened after Olivia came back. And Hopkins, they haven't had everything come easy. Their season opener, they won a squeaker over Lakeville North. Eastview has maintained the upper hand. A lot of that starts with defense and how well Eastview has been able to get blocks and a few steals along the way. Molly Casper was hoping to use depth as a tool. But Eastview, they put up an impressive run back in the 2010s. We mentioned the two state championships. They reached the state tournament every year from 2012 through 2019. The 2014 title was impressive. 0-2 beats her defender again, but this time cannot finish on the blow-by. That's what you cannot afford if you're Eastridge. Scramble for the ball, won by the Raptors. They will get a chance to reset possibly if they can get settled down. The shot clock reset mistakenly. So it will be set to 15 seconds. It was reset to 35, but in the vantage point of the officials, possession had not been reestablished by Eastview. So, no, it is reset to 31 seconds. (0-2) With a chance for redemption, perhaps. Wants to move in. Yes! 0-2 was thinking about it. Did not want to waste away a potential opportunity. And now another three-point play chance. (0-2) goes from a goose egg to back-to-back three-point plays. Eastridge swarming Eastview, and 0-2 comes up with the rock. This is the chance, the moment Eastview was dreading and Eastridge was seeking. 0-2 gets free again, missed the bunny. Recovered by Goodman. But she's in trouble again. We've got another pile up. Ball goes out of bounds. I thought it went out of bounds. That's what I thought the official had said. It did. But it was off of Eastridge, so it's Eastview ball. And I can say that the possession arrow did not change, and that is not what Eastridge wanted to do. Committing the foul. 0-2 picks up her fourth, and just when she was giving you some momentum, both teams had a fouls to give. So Bracia Torrey will shoot 1 and 1. Blanks. Dead ball rebound to East Ridge. Now Eastridge will take their turn on the foul by Torrey. This could be an elongated crawl with both teams in the penalty. O2. Empty in the first half. Hit a couple of three-point plays and has to be careful with the 4 fouls. And I say that because she has responded brilliantly in the last few minutes. Can't afford to lose the spark plug, especially with a 5-point game and 5 minutes to go. It looked like Eastview would gain the upper hand and keep Eastridge at bay. Now they try to thread it inside, broken up by East Ridge. It will stay with Eastview. Goodman spotting up a 3 perhaps. So Matthews went inside. Clower got on top of Jenkins and broke her up, but the outlet not there. Sometimes I wonder if teams get a little too greedy, get a little too gutsy, going for that fast break. I know you want to catch them in an on-woman situation. You don't want to leave someone alone, though. That was a dangerous possibility, but no three-pointer for Lexi Matthews. Eastridge escapes unharmed. 3 on the way. Taylor Clower short. Eastview trying to pounce on the other end. They'll have to settle for a dead ball rebound. Torrey to inbound. Eastview looking to close out and pick up back-to-back wins. That will go a long way as they feed the ball to Myah Jenkins down low. Pressure is on Eastridge. Clower. The step through, got it! Needed a pinch of flexibility, but she got it to go, and that's what counts. Torrey. Matthews back to Torrey. Plenty of time. They feed Jenkins again. Torrey with the dime. Jenkins back-to-back buckets down low. 55-48. Eastridge trying to get in front. The double on Murray. Recovered by Holmes, who was fouled by Jenkins. That will result in free throws. It is 1 and 1. Remember, Eastview out of fouls to give. Lanny Holmes. Trying to learn the guitar. Also involved in student council and key club. Took up track but gave it up after it started to wear on her knees, which is how I'm feeling right now, having to do all this standing, and I'm sure my camera ops can attest to that. Standing, not the best thing for knees, not for long periods anyway. Well, Lenny Holmes, I know a few musicians out there. She gets both free throws. That makes it a 5-point game again. 55-50 the score. Eastridge takes a timeout. Both teams had several in their back pocket. Well, some of the trends that have emerged in this one. The difference between first and second half. Jada Otu, for example. Goose egg in the first half. All 8 of her points have come here, including 2 3-point plays. On the Eastview side, Clara Goodman scoring 11 points after scoring just 3. Conversely, Vienna Murray, only 2 points, no field goals in the second half. Myah Maull has not scored. Eastview gets across and draws the foul. It will go on Taylor Clower, who knocked Lexi Matthews off balance momentarily. Now, Eastview 9 of 18 by my count at the free throw line. So this could be a key trip. It's still 1-1. That was the 9th team foul on Eastridge. And a big miss. Now, can Eastridge take advantage? Seize the initiative. Torrey times it. Takes off running once again. Perhaps the dagger, we will see. Torrey nearly poked it away from Otu. She is relentless on defense, and that's not what Eastview wanted to do. Claire Goodman called for the foul, and that's because it will stop the clock and give Eastview a few more moments to tense up, so to speak. They're probably fine. I'm the one who's nervous whenever we get these close games. Jada Otu blanks, picks up the rebound though. A double dribble call will hand the ball back to Eastview. And now the Lightning can put this one away if they can score on this possession. 57-50, 2:22 left. Eastview has held the upper hand throughout. Eastridge got within 4, but not able to string enough possessions together to get any closer. And Torrey, one of the many factors behind that trend. Foul away from the ball. 2 free throws coming for Eastview. Myah Maull to shoot 2. Gets on the board, had not scored at all until that play. No trouble there. And I think that's going to just about do it for Eastview. That will certainly do it. Myah Maull snatches the inbound. Vienna Murray, another block. Eastridge having a hard time keeping Torrey in check. Reja, remember, all-time assists and steals record holder for a single season. Some hot potato taking place. Flower needed that 3 to go down. You've got a hidden gem in Braziatori, a senior who maybe doesn't get as much press as some of her fellow 2025 classmates, but she is making an impression that could get the attention. Here she comes, driving kick, extra pass, Eastview. They're going to approach this with a little more discipline, a little more relaxation. They're not going to be in a hurry. They'll use up the clock. Tori, contested drive, she'll shoot 2. The ending of this game a little long, and Elliott getting in on the action again. And that's it for Jada Otu, but she's going to come up short, as it is Braziatori. A quiet first half in terms of scoring. But her defensive output, intensity, speaking volumes. Gets a couple more free throws, so Eastview will pick up a pair of wins, maybe not against teams that will make them a short-list contender like Orono over Minnetonka last night, but it will be a couple of building blocks as Eastview tries to regain the status they once held all those years. And having someone like Tori who can pace offense and defense as effectively as she does, as we get a no look, well, it didn't result in a bucket, but another example of Tori's vision. Eastview will call a timeout. They had several, so might as well use them when you're in a jam, even though they've got the win secured. They'll get Hopkins later on, and in the South Suburban, the Lakeville schools and Rosemount should give them some quality tests. Egan, they've got some decent players as well. They were the surprising winner back in 2023 to get out of the section. But Eastview and Rosemount, the section will probably come down to those two. It's one of those circumstances where some sections you kind of know right away it's going to be a battle between Team A and Team B. It's similar in Section 4. Stillwater, Eastridge, and White Bear Lake typically are the ones in contention. But among the many factors, Vienna Murray held without a field goal in the second half. Eastview getting enough out of Goodman and Tori with that vision of hers. Eastview, they're not going to force the issue here. They'll go to 2-2. Eastridge will still be looking for their first win. A couple of close calls, but they'll try again. And they'll have plenty of chances. They will be a force. That was after the buzzer sounded, so that will not count for Murray. But it's Eastview who wins 61-50. A lengthy finish, but a productive one nonetheless. Eastview goes to 2-2 with a perfect Twin Cities Thanksgiving tip-off weekend.
We're joined by Brasia Torrey of Eastview, 13 points. But Brasia, you do a little bit of everything with offense, defense, passing. You look real slick out there, and that helped Eastview hold off Eastridge. How have you developed your form over the years?
Just my team, just always being there for me and stuff. Really being supportive and just, yeah, it helps me build like who I am as a player. Really, yeah.
You had a rough start against Wayzata and then came up a bit short against Providence Academy. You get a couple wins here against a couple of sleepers in Anoka and Eastridge. How do you think that signals, I want to say a turnaround, but a sense that Eastview is trending the right way?
Yeah. We just been getting it together at practice. I mean, competing like against like more like known teams, I guess, was like a bigger thing for us. So like for us to step it up against Providence was really a big thing. So and we were able to keep it rolling after that. So yeah.
How do you think your utility as an all-around player, you can get your points, but you also function on offense and defense like you do? How does that feed into the rest of the Eastview team?
It just like being a selfless player really just helps out your team a lot. I feel like a lot of every team needs a player like this. So for me, being able to be that leader and step up for my team is really good. Yeah.
How would you say your instincts have evolved over time? Because when I saw you out there, whether it was going on a drive to get the layup or making a read, hooking up your teammates, you seem like you're one of those players where maybe if Eastview had a little more success in terms of wins or state, we might be hearing more about you, but whatever your level of name recognition, you go out there and compete.
Yeah. What was the question?
Well, so just how do you think that instinct has evolved over time?
Oh. Yeah, last year we fell short again in the section finals against Rosemount, but I think this year we came back, a whole bunch of returners, so I think we'll be able to build off last year and just keep it going. So.
Speaking of building, how were you able to build enough of a cushion? Eastridge got within 4 a couple of times. They made a couple runs at you, but you found a way to come up with a defensive stop or a big bucket. Where did you find that second gear?
Getting the team together to stop the bleeding, like touches mean a lot to us. So like after we get a foul, going up to your teammate, just saying like you're all good, like you got the next one. Just that's a really big thing for us. So just knowing your teammates are there for you and trusting them is a really big thing for us. So yeah, we work on that a lot.
I understand last year you set school records for most assists and steals. How do you think that signals your growth as a point guard, your growth in this game where you got a couple of records at a school that has produced the likes of Maddie Giebert, Megan Wallstad, 2 Miss Basketball winners?
Yeah. I think my teammates just being able to push me in practice and stuff, you know, just like, yeah, just being able to, basically, just in practice.
That summed it up effectively, I would think. And you're a senior, of course, so this is your last drive. What are your college plans? How is that working out? And what do you hope to accomplish? I'm guessing maybe another school record?
Oh, yeah, probably. Not really any colleges yet, though, but it's just praying, so, yeah.
Well, the way you're playing, you might get a look or two if you keep this up. As the saying goes, if you're good enough, they'll find you. And then when you're not playing basketball, what else do you like to do?
I don't know. I like listening to music and hanging out with friends, just being around people. It's really fun, yeah.
Do you have a favorite song or artist?
Daniel Caesar. That's my favorite artist.
Daniel Caesar, all right. So if there's a coach out there who has a Daniel Caesar connection, you might get her attention. Well, Brasia, before we go, you want to say hi to anybody?
Shout out to Coach Cass for the pushing me and stuff. Shout out to my friend Myah Maull. Yeah, that's it.
Myah, who set a school record for most free throw makes in a game. So you two are just hogging up all the records left and right.
Yeah, it's my best friend, so.
Well, those two have done a lot together, and I imagine they will do a little more together as the senior year moves along for those two. Brasia, thanks for stopping by. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Brasia Torrey of Eastview, and we'll have more coverage from the Twin Cities Thanksgiving tip-off shortly.